Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's November 12th, Tuesday morning, and are we looking at a turnaround Tuesday today? Well, not yet. The grain market's firmer as we speak. Corn now third day showing gains in the corn futures. Some of the factors that we're looking at that are possibly causing the strength in this market, I think, is one is certainly short covering. There's been heavy shorts going into this USDA report, expecting bigger and more robust ending stocks, which we still have a large ending stocks of almost 1.9 billion bushel, but not quite as large as what they were expecting. So some of those shorts are taking some profits the last few days. Another supportive factor is the lack of farmer selling. We are winding down harvest, and the farmers are finding a place to store this grain, not willing to sell it at current prices, so they are going to be waiting till after the first of the year until they start to move some grain. So we could have a period of time in here where cash supplies remain tight simply because of lack of selling. And we do have strong export demand at this point in time, so we expect to see some demand for cash grain to continue. Basis levels at the processor levels throughout the Midwest continues to be strong for this time of year for both corn and soybeans. River basis yesterday seen a little bit of weakness as barge freight had shown some increases, therefore putting some pressure on some profitability there. But things that we're watching today, we're looking at Washington to see if we can get any kind of announcement from the EPA. There has been some talk that we could see that announcement as early as today on the ethanol mandate. However, don't expect too much change in demand for corn for ethanol in the near term, as the profitability for producing ethanol is good right now, and processing plants are continuing to try to procure corn to meet their crushing needs. South Korea did buy some corn overnight from Russia, about 15,000 tons. A feed manufacturer there went to Russia instead of the U.S. Weather conditions, looks like we should see some drier conditions now over the next 4 or 5 days, giving producers a chance to wind down this harvest. We expect that the numbers this afternoon that we'll get from the USDA on harvest progress could be as much as 82 to 85% complete on corn and 90-92% complete on soybeans. South American weather, the only problem that we have with South American weather is that the weather is ideal right now. You have to be concerned that it could turn to be a problem later on, but under current forecasts, it looks like adequate moisture and good growing conditions in both or in Argentina and in Brazil through the end of the year. So expect some choppy trade there. We've got technical resistance above the market here on corn at this 37.5, 38 area in the D's, and the $13 area is kind of the 13 to 13.10 area in the January beans. Looks to be a bit of resistance area there. In the livestock trade, things are relatively quiet. Futures markets off just a little this morning. The focus is the concern of traders willing to be short the cattle market, especially at a time when we've seen snow cover some of the upper Midwest. The idea is that we are getting close to winter, and this first winter snowstorm could create some real problems if we did see snow across the cattle feeding areas because of the tight supply of cattle that we've got. That's giving traders a reason to be very cautious about being short. The product demand is a concern as we move closer to Thanksgiving. Retailers will be featuring turkey, and with high prices of pork and beef, it will take some counter space away from some potential movement, and packer margins are still in the red in the beef, and that is causing some tug of war there between the packers and the feedlots willing to buy and sell cattle. In the pork complex, the situation there is watched very closely is slaughter levels. We're seeing getting into that time frame where the PED virus was let known to the industry, and we should see those hogs come in the market now, and we'll be watching that very closely to see if we have reduced slaughter. If we start to see some slaughter numbers decline, trade's going to be concerned, and we could see some further strength there. So stay in touch with Allendale's research. We'll keep you informed. You can reach us at 800-262-7538. We wish everybody a very successful trading day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning.